I can't tell her no how to do everything by myself. Or me for telling her that. I'm over here trying to not do everything all by myself. Hi guys, welcome to I Am Prashana. How do you know you are non-productive? You have not set any goals. If days and weeks and months have passed on a task and you have not accomplished anything, you do not know how you're going to achieve it, you have not set any time period or even just any grounds on which you're gradually getting from A to B or 1 through to 10, then you are not being productive. You fix this by simply getting a pen and a paper and you start by writing down those goals. You are now going to set goals. We all have dreams, right? We all have aspirations. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, how am I going to acquire these dreams? How do I achieve these aspirations? And the first thing you want to do is set goals. Everyone needs goals, whether you think it or you're working towards achieving it, whether you understand how to pencil it, but we all have aspirations, we all have dreams, and so we want results, and those results would be the goal. When you get your pen and your paper and you write down your goal, how do I assess, how do I know what I need to do? You write down things like your career, your relationship. You assess your finances. Do you need to fix your financial problem? Do you have bad credit? What do you need to do to get in good standing? Is your relationship unhealthy? What do you need to do? What is your plan to get the relationship on track? What do you need to do in order to get to the career goal that you have? Are you applying for jobs? Are you trying to start a business? If you're trying to start a business, what is it that you require to start the business first? So in writing down your business goals, you start by writing down a little idea. Okay, I want to open a little tuck shop. What do I need to open the tuck shop? I need milk, sugar, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you do. But before you get there, you need a location, right? You probably will need a name. You need a concept on which to build your brand. And so after that, you will go into what else you will need and where the money will come from to get it, and how you will go about raising the money that you need to get it, right? So when you allocate the funds, now you're gonna break down your budget to the T, because you're now executing all of that will take you into achieving your goal. So you see how important the action is? It starts with the plan, and then your action takes it into a goal. Another one to look at is, we often set the wrong goals. How do you know you're setting the wrong goals? Because if you set the wrong goal for yourself, you are going to fail. You are going to feel suffocated. You're going to feel like you're not achieving, right? Now, when I say you're going to fail, I'm not telling you that, oh, the business will not work. There are many persons who are in a business or they're doing a task and that was their goal, but they're not happy. And if you have watched any of my vlogs, you will know that I'm completely for 1, peace of mind, 2, happiness, and 3, love. Those things I think should be things that you take into your life. It has to be on your journey. How do we fix you not setting the wrong goals for yourself? Mirror yourself. We talked about that, right? Now, in mirroring yourself, you're going to question yourself. You're going to see yourself for who you are, what you are, where you're going, where you are, what your desire is. You will only know what your true desire is and your goal and your zest when you decide on what it is that you want to do. Ensure that the goal you set for yourself, it is you that's making that choice. Make sure that it is a desire, it's a thought through process. It's something that you really want, not something that you were told to do by others, or not something that you're doing only to please someone else or to measure up or to compete. Your goal needs to be something that you chose. It needs to be something that you desire. It needs to preferably be something you're passionate about. And it needs to be something that is, I wouldn't say realistic, but is true to who you are and what you're able to do. Go for the huge goals. Now that can be very controversial to what a lot of persons are saying. If you understand sales, if you are wanting to get a great commission, you cannot get a good commission from just 10 potential clients. So if you know that 10 clients bring in $100, what you want to do is set your goal at 100 clients, and then out of the 100 you're more likely to achieve 10 than if you had just set your goal at 10 clients, which 9 out of 10, maybe 5 or 6 will not say yes to the proposal. Well, not immediately. So you want to ensure that your goal is big. The bigger you aim, the more achievable your results. Be as specific as possible. Do not be swayed or confused by the idea that it's not gonna happen and you're thinking too big and you're being unrealistic. Speak into being the income you desire. Pencil it out on paper. Where do I want to be in 1 week from now, 1 month from now, 1 year from now? Because every time you act, those actions are going to bring in results. And if you're aiming for 10,000, then your action should mirror what the number is you're aiming for. Now, let me ask you something. Why would you aim for 10,000 if you have the capability to aim for 1,000,000? It's your goal. Reach for the stars. If you don't acquire the stars, at least you probably will get the sky. Set deadline for your goals. Not all deadlines that you set will be met, but set deadlines. Make yourself accountable for any result in which you want to achieve. Because only when you start making what you want a possible reality, then you will act accordingly to the date and the time and the limits that you set upon yourself. Please write down realistically and as detailed as possible how you plan to achieve this goal, and I promise you will see results. A lot of persons do not have a deadline. Now, can you imagine if life was like, oh, when are you getting married? Da 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 da. Oh, I'll do it whenever, I have forever. When are you gonna buy the house? Oh, I can just do whatever and whatever. No, we don't have forever. A lot of persons don't like when I say this, but it's the truth. We all want to have forever, but do we really want to? Because I think I want forever because I don't know what's after death. But who wants to live until 150 or 200 when you're not able to do anything but to watch a generation you do not understand, or who does not appreciate your values or your morals or your thought process, with no help in the world? No one, right? But we don't want to die either. So that's the thing. If you are setting a timeline on what you are doing, then you hold yourself accountable to achieve something within that timeline. And then the whole idea is to go hard about it. You're going for it non-stop because you want to achieve this goal. And you want to achieve it by Christmas 2021, right? You know that time is moving. That date will keep you accountable, and it's like a reminder, oh my God, I need to do this. Would you agree? So make sure you set a timeline for your goal. If it is not achieved within the timeline, at least you would have smartly done everything possible. So if the timeline isn't met, at least it should be within short order and not swaying away in infinity like, oh, I have forever and a day. No, you do not. Simply fix it by setting deadlines, but set realistic ones. Now, I can tell you because I've done it, you will set unrealistic deadlines. We all live in this dream zone. It's either we're tardy and we set it all the way back, or we're a little bit more daydream and we are a little bit unrealistic and expect things to happen in months that could happen in a year. But do your research, assess whatever goal it is that you're going after, and after you have investigated how long it takes, what it takes, when, where, why, all of that, then you assess what you're able to do, what your determination level is, what your capability is, and then you set that and simply achieve your task. Another thing we all do, including myself, is that we're trying to achieve it all at once. You're doing too much. Ever heard the term less is more? Do things in stages. Do not do multiple projects all at once. Try to achieve one and then move on to the other. Now, don't misunderstand me. While I agree with the fact that we want to be doing more and achieving more, if you're doing too much of something, you will end up doing nothing. You will end up having projects that are all half the way or not started, but you would not have had one that is completed. And if it's completed, the time in which you're putting into 4 or 5 other projects, had that one project gotten your undivided attention, you could have done it in a matter of months and then move on to the second project and then the third project. Get what I'm saying? So less is more in this regard. Oh Lord, no. Oh my God, no. Here is where I'm guilty. You're trying to do everything by yourself. I can't tell you no how to do everything by yourself. Or me for telling you that. I'm over here trying to not do everything all by myself. I'm joking. But on a more serious note, I realize a lot of perfectionists that are entrepreneurs tend to try to do everything by themselves. We want it a specific way. There's this perfection that we require. And the truth is, when you try to do everything yourself, you cannot be in many places at one time. So you need to organize yourself in a way where you know what task is assigned to you, and you also know what task requires more than one person. How do we fix this? Well, this is definitely something I'm learning. You can fix this by simply letting go the need to do things yourself. Learn to delegate responsibility, whether it's a team, whether it's your friends, whether it's whatever it is that your project is. Give responsibility to persons that are able to handle the things that you don't need to handle, and focus on the things that you really need to take under your wings. And you will find that even though hiccups come, with a little bit of coaching along the way, you will have great teamwork and you will have achieved more faster. And you'll learn a thing or two along the way. And so will the person that is assisting you. You do not have a conducive environment. A lot of us have dreams and aspirations and we set goals, but we have not checked to see if where we are, what we have, where you're doing this is ideal for what it is that your goal is. You will need to assess on a scale of 1 to 10 maybe, if your environment is conducive for your goal. And then if not, you try to find an alternative, or you make a couple changes that will make it conducive for the goal or the task that you have set. This is very, very important. Another very popular one is that you think that work can only be done when you have the time, or when you have a full hour, or when you're feeling the most productive. No. Work is constant. If you have set a goal or a task and you have written down and you have planned detailedly and you have researched to see how others have made it, how it's possible, what is required, then your time is everything. Do not underestimate the power of 5 minutes. Sometimes when I'm doing wedding, 3 or 2 minutes is a miracle. So you have to ensure that you understand time. Time wasted can never be regained. Fix it by literally holding yourself time accountable and seeing the value in every minute that you have. For some of us, you are neglecting areas of your life that is not tied to this goal. I'm not guilty of that. If anything, I'm guilty of not putting more productive time into work. But what I will tell you is that other things in your life are important, very, very important. So you must, when you're doing your goal, be realistic as to what time you need to give that goal, how your tasks are worked out, and then you need to find time for leisure. You need to find time for family. You need to find time for friends. You need to find time for your kids. You need to find time for you. Life is all about balance. So you need to ensure from the instant you are going in, you have worked out, how will I balance my aim to be productive as a business person, or my aim to build this machine, or my aim to finish school. Whatever your task is, whatever your goal is that you want to achieve, you also need to ensure that you have not neglected the other areas of your life that are very integral aspects of your life. Remember, as human beings, we are more spiritual than most people think. And so your inner being feeds from the emotion of others. Your mind is your health source, and what it thinks and what your body does determines what the outcome is. So balance it all. You know, there's an old saying when I was growing up in Jamaica, they'd say at school, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Well, you couldn't tell my mother that, because her aim was to ensure that her children knew that you have to become the best in life. And so it was very important for you to get a good education and get into a good school and get into a good job. But one thing we did when I was growing up is we still played a lot. And even till today, even with broken relationships, the memories of my childhood, it has a power that is unmatched. You need that. You need relationships. You need social time. Find your balance. In finishing up, how do you know that you are non-productive? And how do you become productive? Simply assess yourself. Make sure that you are accountable for time. Make sure you have a plan. Try to find some dreams. Go after dreams. Set goals. Set time limit. Make sure you are in action. Whether you want to go slow like a turtle or as fast as a jaguar, make sure that you are acting upon your goals. Remember, just as success is defined by you, your goals are set by you. It's your aspirations. It's all about you. Even if you're doing it for your family or a friend or your spouse, you are still the one making the decision, because in order for anything to happen with you, you need to choose. It's your choice. It's your life. It is your produce. So be productive. I am Prashana. With the greatest fear being unfulfilled potential, I encourage you to fulfill your greatest potential and stand in your purpose of what you were brought here for. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to share love by sharing this. Remember to click the thumbs up button, like, turn the notification bell on, subscribe, and you will know whenever I have a new message for you. Stay tuned. I have lots of DIYs that's coming. I'm sure you love it. And I'm always a powerhouse. It's a little bit hard to get it all together in words, but I'm working on it. Remember, pen, paper, write, and action. I'll see you